Hello students, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to it. I have made videos on my mother, the boy who broke the bank, footprints in the sand. So for these videos, please click on the pop-up links. Now let's get into the video. In today's video, we are going to study Module 2, second year TSBIE English Module 2, second lesson, Opportunities for Youth by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Opportunities for Youth by Jawaharlal Nehru. He was the first Prime Minister of India. He is also called the modern architect of India. He served the nation for 17 long years. He worked very hard. He had a commendable grip over English language, and he had written wonderful books also. He was a gifted writer in English. So look at the chronological order of his books. Letters from Your Father, Glimpses of World History, 1934, An Autobiography, 1936, The Discovery of India, 1946. Okay, that was the last book of Nehru. So in the present lesson is a speech given by him in around 1950. At that time, the youngsters, the educated youngsters of India, they started migrating to other countries. They were going to the US, the UK and Gulf. So they thought that nothing is left in our country. Our country was ruled by the Britishers for over 300 years. So here there are no opportunities. India can't offer any opportunity here. That's why for better opportunities, for better employment, for their personal growth, they were going to the foreign countries. At that time, he wanted to stop the migration. So he gave a wonderful speech on All India Radio. So the present lesson is nothing but a speech given by Jawaharlal Nehru, wonderful speech made by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So these are the main points of the lesson. The first one is thought and action. So according to Nehru, there should be proper coordination between thought and action. He says that thought without action is abortion, and action without thought is folly, foolishness. So every action should be preceded by thought. So here our youngsters, we have thought, we have goal setting, we have dreams, but we fail here, we fail in execution. So we don't have action plan. There will be no implementation. That's why we can't reach success. So most of us can't get success because thought is there, but action is not there. So there should be proper coordination between thought and action. Then only the person can be happy. If there is no coordination between thought and action, that person can't be happy. He says that. That is the secret of happiness. Happiness is the inner state of mind. So neither wealth nor power can't give us happiness. It has nothing to do with the outside environment. So it is the secret of inner state of mind. Happiness is the inner state of mind. Okay. So no individual is perfect. Every person has good and bad. Every person has strengths and weaknesses. Same is applicable to the nations also. No country is the best. No country is the worst. Every country is great in its own area, in its own way. If you are going to a foreign country, don't say that only India is the greatest country, my country is the greatest country. Don't say like that. You can say India is a great country, but don't claim that India is the greatest country. So if we say the greatest country, so where is the greatness? We take refuge in spirituality. Once upon a time, okay, we agree that once India was glorious, but now what is the present position? So it is lagging in all the aspects. So it was exploited by the Britishers. Now we are lagging in all the walks of life, poverty, illiteracy. Okay, so how can we say that our country is the greatest country? So there is one country, he says that the people think that only their country is the superpower, their country is the richest, greatest and technologically, scientifically most advanced country. They have all skyscrapers. So it is not fair, it is not good. So no country is the best, no country is the worst. Okay, same is applicable to individual and same formula is applicable to nations also. If you are going to a foreign country, don't see bad, don't see evil in their countries, in their culture. Okay, you are going there to learn something from them, to earn something from them. So we should be in touch with them, and by keeping in touch with them, we have to learn something. We are going abroad means we are not going to raise so many issues over there. Don't create unnecessary problems. The world so far has witnessed two world wars. First World War, Second World War. Millions of people were killed. Millions became homeless, shelterless. A lot of destruction took place. Unnecessarily, still Cold War is there. Still those ashes are there. That's why unnecessarily you don't add fuel to fire. So don't invite new problems. That's why. So don't say that only my country is the greatest country. Nobody should say that. No one will say that. Neither Americans nor Indians nor English people. So no one will say that only my country is the greatest. Every country is great in its own area, in its own culture. We have to learn from others. So learn something from them. Learn something from their culture. Okay. So he admires Gandhiji's greatest quality. So he says that I am one of the closest companions of Gandhiji. I observed Gandhiji from close quarters. So Gandhiji's greatest quality is, so whenever a person goes to him, he sees something good in that person and he praises that quality. Even though the person has a lot of evil in his character, Gandhiji says that you are good, you are this, you are that. In this way, he used to praise him. So in that way, the other person will feel guilty of himself and he wants to reform himself. He wants to change himself. So every sinner has future. Every saint has past and every sinner has future. So you should not blame anyone. See good in others. So people who have more in their eyes. So people who have beam in their eyes, they are ready to see the mole in the others' eyes. This is the biblical quotation he wants to say. Now he urges the youngsters to improve reading. So unfortunately, we the Indians, we read very less. We have to improve our thinking power. We should be creative. Okay, so how can we improve our thinking power? By reading books. Newspaper reading is not reading. It's not called proper reading. It's just casual reading. So reading great novels, reading great books, wonderful books. So reading is very important. As exercise is to our body, reading is to our brain. So he advises the youngsters to read more to improve your thinking power. So to improve your creativity. Now he says that, so he wants to say about the importance of educationist. Now India wants millions of engineers, doctors, technicians, scientists, even skilled laborers also. Okay, so a politician will fade away. A politician will fade away within 4 years or 5 years. If he loses the election, he will fade out. So we won't remember him. He's out of the race. But an educationist, an engineer, a doctor, scientist, so he will never fade away. He will serve the nation lifetime. So he has a lifetime validity. So education is much more better than a politician. So without politicians, we can run the show. Without political leaders, we can run the show. But without educationists, without educated people, we can't run our system. So today India needs hardworking boys and girls with good character, he says. Now, finally, he urges the youngsters to have lofty goals, to have big dreams. He says that once we had a dream, we have to get independence. People made fun of us, but we worked very hard. We hitched the wagon to stars and we had a dream, we had a lofty goal, and we worked very hard. We overcame so many obstacles, so many failures, but finally we have got it, we have achieved it. In this way, so failures are common. Failures are common. If you start any venture, failures are common initially, but you have to overcome with confidence, persistence. Consistency is very important. Hard work is very important. So there is no magic in this world, rather than a human brain. So with your human brain, we can create, one can do miracles. One can do miracles. One can do wonders. So our youngsters, they have a lot of capacity. They are capable of doing miracles. You are capable of doing wonders. You can do many things here. So don't go foreign, don't go to foreign countries, don't go away, stay back here, stay here only, stay here only. India is offering a wide variety of opportunities. Many opportunities are there. Wonderful opportunities are there. So serve your nation. Serve your nation. Happiness lies in serving one's own country. So in this way, he advises the youngsters to work for the nation, to work for the reconstruction of our nation. So these are the golden words told by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru through the essay Opportunities for Youth. Okay students, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please keep watching my videos for latest updates and for many more lessons like this. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Meet again very soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Jai Hind.